Hello, everyone. This is Idaho State University's College of Education Business Professionals of America podcast, Where's My Tie? I'm Taryn Torix. I am kind of the host, kind of not, kind of everything. I am a former officer of the chapter. I also am now a family and consumer sciences teacher back in Montana.
Cool. Should we just introduce ourselves? Can I go next?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Thanks. My name's Kara Schulberg, and I am also a member of the Idaho State University College of Education BPA, and I love it. And I've been a former president and a former, what was I? Anyway, the social media person. And now I am serving on the state the state group. So I'm the state post-secondary president for Idaho. And it is a fun job. And I'm also a mom of 4 and a grandma of 1. And I own 180 dairy cows with my husband. And I like to knit. So that's what's going on here. Oh, and I'm a Master's of Arts in Teaching student at ISU in business education.
Are we supposed to add a hobby?
I don't know if you want to.
My hobby is, I don't know. What do I like to do? I love to watch Grey's Anatomy and listen to music and make podcasts like this one. I've never made another podcast, but I want to.
You should.
Nice. Fellow Grey's Anatomy geek. Oh, Grey's Anatomy is great. I love Grey's Anatomy.
I didn't know you watched Grey's Anatomy.
Watched literally every episode ever.
Oh my gosh. Twins. I didn't know that about you.
Anyways. Yeah.
Okay, now Braden needs to
I'm-
introduce himself. Sorry.
Okay. I'm Braden Ulrich. I am a student at ISU. I am going into my secondary education in business education. So I'll be a high school business teacher one day, hopefully soon. Next fall, I get to do my student teaching. So looking forward to that. I am the vice president of ISU COE BPA chapter. I do a lot of everything. I email a lot. So if you're in BPA, you know I email you a lot. So I really like emailing. So that's kind of like the best way to get a hold of me. That's pretty much all I do. Student, BPA, emailer person. My favorite hobby is camping. I love being outdoors. If I'm not inside, I'm usually outside doing who knows what. So that's a little bit about me.
Did you just say if you're not inside, you're outside?
Yes.
Oh, Braden.
Alrighty, hello everybody. My name's Cameron Roth. I am a health science major with an emphasis in emergency medical services. I am the president for the Idaho State University chapter. I say my hobbies, I do like Grey's Anatomy, but I have a hard time with their medical drama medicine because they don't ever do it right. And then I also like 3D printing. So there's me.
I didn't know you like 3D printing. I need a pen cup for my desk.
I do like 3D printing. I'm 3D printing a crystal dragon right now on it.
Well, you could make me something and mail it to me.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
And we have another guest, our first really amazing guest that isn't the 4 of us. She's going to introduce herself now.
Oh, thanks, Braden. My name is Sierra Alderson. I am a student at ISU. I'm in the College of Education. I'm also a College of Education BPA member. I currently teach at Teton Middle School. I'm the computer science teacher, and that's where I'm at. And I'm not a Grey's Anatomy fan. I'm The Office the whole way, guys. Sorry.
I love The Office. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely. There's nothing more geeky than being a business education major loving The Office. So there you go.
And when you say geeky, you mean natural. There's nothing more natural than that.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know you. Oh my gosh. That made my day.
Yeah,
So-
I'm a
that's
Grey's Anatomy fan because I always wanted to be a doctor,
oh,
but
there
I
you
could
go.
that did
I could
not
never
pan
be a
out.
doctor.
Oh, I'd love to be a doctor. I don't know. I just like blood and gory stuff, so I mean, I guess that kind of contributes to it, but
Oh, Braden. So now Braden Ulrich has a quote about leadership to really start us off.
So this first quote is from, hold on, let me find it again. John C. Maxwell.
Who is
A leader
John C.
is one.
Maxwell?
How should I know?
He seems like, I feel like we learned about him
It
in
sounds
our
familiar. I'm pretty
CTE
sure.
class.
He sounds very familiar. Anyways, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Boom. That's what a leader is from John C. Maxwell. Anyways, so should I talk about what we did in our last podcast?
Oh my gosh.
Sound
Before
good?
that, he was the guy that developed all like the leader books. So I've read Developing the Leader Within You. That's very inspiring if you ever want a good book. I hate reading, but I love reading books. That didn't make sense.
No.
I also love the 360 Leader. I've read that one at some point in my life, in my 19 years of age. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, you
So
should.
that's who he is.
Yeah, interesting. Look at us go.
Here, should I say another one?
Might as
gonna
well. We
say
need
another one.
inspiration.
So Warren Bennett or someone, I don't know. His leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality.
Warren
Anyways,
Bennett, like the musician, or Warren Buffett?
no, it's Warren Bennis. Sorry, there's an S. It's not a
Bennis?
T. Bennis. Whoever Warren Bennis is.
He seems inspiring. He was born in New York.
Are you just looking him up?
I am. I
Nice,
didn't
go
pull that
Terrence.
out. I didn't just pull that out of my jacket.
Go Terrence.
I'm not that smart.
Are you sure?
He went to the University of Cincinnati. Isn't that in Iowa?
Ohio.
Do you mean Ohio?
Oops. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, shoot.
It's not your fault.
Geography is not Terran's stronghold.
No, it is not. I could never. No, I'm an FCS teacher for a reason.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So, anyways, last podcast, I kind of took over, so I'm not gonna try to talk as much this time. But we talked about leadership. We had some really good conversations about what a leader is, because anyone can be a leader. So if you don't think you're a leader, just look back on the things you've done in life, because they were definitely leadership. What am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Leadership characteristics. That's what it was. See, this is great. This is why we have podcasts, so you can listen to us just goof off and not know what we're talking about. Anyways, so a leader is literally anyone. I even said like a toddler can be a leader. So if you want to listen to a very interesting podcast, go to the last one, because we had some good conversations. Taryn's over here just laughing still. Wow, Taryn, thanks.
I am. You remind me of me because I have a train of thought. Today I was teaching about moist cooking methods, and I'm like,
Moist cooking methods?
yeah, and I don't
Moist.
want to call them
You
wet
use that
cooking
word.
methods, because the first one we learned about was dry cooking methods. So this one's wet, and it's like simmering, poaching, and the kids didn't know what a poached egg was, so I made a poached egg in the back, and then I forgot what we were doing, and then it was crazy. But yeah, I made a successful poached egg. I was so proud of myself.
Nice.
Good job.
Leadership through cooking. Look at Taryn go.
There you
But
go.
I do have to say, toddlers can be leaders. They're dictators. They take over the house.
I thought there was a joke in there, but there wasn't.
It's kind of a joke, but
I don't get it though. Like
you haven't worked much with little kids, have you?
no, I teach high schoolers. The lowest I went was 3rd grade. I subbed in 3rd grade and I could not go lower.
With how toddlers, they tend to, like, especially the young ones with the terrible twos and all that, they're terrorists and dictators. They will do whatever they can to get what they want. There's no negotiating with them.
I missed half of the joke, so I get it now. Well, not.
I'll teach child development next semester, and I think that's important for me to know. So I'll start researching.
Oh, are you going to do some boiled eggs and send the kids, or empty out the eggs so they have to take home their little children?
Yep. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do egg babies, and I'm gonna do that
babies.
in my culinary class for extra credit, and then I'll do it in my child development class. And we also have some of those like electronic babies.
Oh, those things are a nightmare.
Oh my gosh, I know, but I'm
Yeah.
excited. I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
The kids, your students' parents won't be that excited. I
Well,
think it
that's
is
okay.
a very good way to learn about how much children cry. My daughter brought one home, and for a week, all I could think of is it wrong that I put it in the garage in a cardboard box and I don't care? But yeah, because it just cried the whole time. Lived in the cardboard box. It was great. We just went through the egg babies at school here. They just did that last week, and I had kids. I could have earned a little extra money there. I lost an opportunity. The kids were coming in my class asking if they could leave them in there, and I should have told them for $10 a day. I could have had 6 little egg babies lined up every day.
That would have been
Babysitting.
awesome.
Your little egg babies, I'll be perfect. $10. Lost opportunity.
I just have to say, when I think of the egg babies, I think of South Park when they did an episode about them doing that.
I remember that.
It's hilarious, but not the most appropriate to talk about on here, probably.
Probably not. Oh my heavens.
Yeah, that's exciting. So
These
I
random
heard,
pauses.
I know, I love the awkward pauses. There was a little stork that came down in my classroom and said, "Did you know BPA had middle level chapters?" Did anyone know that?
I did. That's because I've taken tests.
I think you guys did, but you know what? I got online today to do some fantastic research on the BPA website, and I literally followed every single link on there and read everything. I teach at the middle school level, so I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I was unaware that they had middle levels. So now I do know that. And now I am all amped up and excited because we are going to have that at my school. It's not going to be a maybe. I've already decided that is going to happen. It needs to happen. I think that the
Awesome.
opportunities and stuff that I saw that are available and the need that I can see in my school right now for so many of the students that don't really have that little niche yet, but I know they're interested in exactly what BPA offers. I am so excited for that. I just can't even imagine the difference that's going to make in quite a few students' lives to be able to walk into that and see that that's available for them and the things that they can do. You know, we spend so much time looking at, this person's in sports or this person is something else. And we've got a whole bunch of other kids that don't have an opportunity to compete or to learn or to do things that is in something that they're interested in. And I think BPA can offer that to a huge range of kids at school. And I'm so excited about this right now. I cannot wait to take the next steps in this. This is my goal for this year, is to get this started.
I'm excited
Yeah.
to
Oh,
see
that was
where you
great.
go.
I'm excited. There's got to be so much opportunity there.
So
There is.
So
now
many things.
let's do a pop quiz. How many other middle level chapters are in Idaho BPA?
Well, Cameron just told us there was one other.
Okay, well, you just ruined the.
Well, I didn't know how the
Okay,
quiz was
Kara.
supposed to work. I'm sorry.
It was a
I'm
game
sorry.
show. There was going to be prizes.
Shoot, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Kara, dang.
I'm sorry.
prizes.
Sierra,
We did
oh,
the prices right before Thanksgiving with Black Friday prices, and it was so much fun. The kids loved it. They
that
were
sounds really
into
fun.
it. I'm on the first floor, and people could hear when there was a team that won or there was a team that got the price right, they would be screaming, and it was so amazing. And my assistant principal walked in and he's like, "You're doing some fun stuff in here." I'm like, "Yes, we are."
I love that. And everybody else at school knows you're doing something fun in there. That is awesome.
Yes. What's everyone's favorite game show? I love The Price is Right or Jeopardy.
We
I
do
love-
Jeopardy in my class a lot. They think that's the neatest thing in the world. That's the noisemaker. I'm the noisy class. So
Cool.
yeah, we do Jeopardy a lot.
I'd like to be on Wheel of Fortune. I think I could kill it.
We would, oh my gosh, I
Yes.
love Wheel of Fortune.
We would be a good team. Actually, my grandma and I would have been a really good team.
I love
But
Wheel of
alas.
Fortune. I
She's-
always laugh when like people don't get the thing, and I'm just like, "Come on, people, it's this."
It's usually easy.
Normally it's
It
not hard. Some of
is.
the phrases though, on the last round, like
Yeah.
the bonus round, that's really difficult because you have to pick. It's really tough to do phrases because it's a weird phrase that's not normally,
Yeah.
but you have to guess the right letters because then you get a good, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cameron, what's your favorite game show?
Growing up, it was always Jeopardy, but I found this one on Hulu actually that I'm really liking. It's oh, what is it called? It's a singing one. Oh, it's like Can They Sing or
That
something like
tune.
that. I'm blanking on let me see if I can find it, but basically you have your contestant and there's 6 singers on stage and they go through each one, and you have to guess which one is the good singer, because they do different voice modifications and everything, so you can't hear their actual voice. But
I've
you're supposed to
seen
narrow it.
that.
You're supposed to narrow it down to one person, and if the last person is a good singer, then you win. But you don't know how many. It's always different on how many good singers and bad singers they are.
Like,
I've seen that. I don't know what the name of that
is this
though.
like a whole, like a series where each episode is like counting down to the final episode, or is it each episode is one whole game?
Each episode is one whole game,
Okay.
and there's like 2 seasons of it on Hulu.
Huh. Interesting.
I'm probably going to find it in the next like 40 minutes. Be like, oh, that's what it is.
Come to you at 3 a.m. when you can't sleep.
Oh my gosh.
Just-
I did
just
that the
text
other
us.
day. I did that the other day. I'm like, I can't sleep, so I'm gonna do work, or I don't know what I did, but then I was just like up and then I wasn't doing anything. And I'm like, this is not the most beneficial. So then I watched the Price is Right episode. Oh my gosh, supermarket sweep.
Yes.
We played a version of Supermarket Sweep where it was FCS room sweep, and I had the kids go and find items in the kitchens that, because I moved them all around in like different spots, so it wasn't in the spot they know it was. And like then you had to, once you found the item, you had to explain what it does, and then you would get a prize if your team could do that the fastest. And it was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. That'd be a great idea, just like for business courses in general. Ooh, I need to write that down.
I've said that about a lot of things, and I've forgotten where I wrote them down. And I should make like a central document, but I don't have that. So write it down in a place you remember, like an old-timey agenda.
That's right. We're going to get Taryn a Franklin planner.
I was going to
Like
say he needs
grandma's
a planner.
here.
Mine's sitting right here. I may be a business education major, but I got and a computer science teacher, but paper.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. Gotta always have your paper.
Hey, I'm sorry I got to interrupt, but I found the name of the game show. It's called I Can See Your Voice.
Hmm.
It was so satisfying to watch.
Huh. Interesting.
Especially when I was right on who was the good singers and who were bad ones.
Do you like play with someone, or do you do it yourself?
It's you
Like,
don't actually play. Why? I'm
well,
confused on what you're
obviously,
saying.
but like, okay, so like you at home, you play Wheel of Fortune alongside the people. Like, do you do that? Like, this would be a great date night.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, I've only watched it by myself, and I'm always yelling like, "No, you chose the wrong one, you idiot! Come on."
Well, maybe you should find someone and have a date night.
Easier said than done.
Welcome to the club.
I just sent something
Everyone's
to the chat.
train of thought gone.
The chat.
Yeah, I'm sending it back.
I wanted to get Sierra's email address. I don't want you to have to broadcast it out here, but I have some really good information that I want to email to Sierra.
Well, I would like to have it, because I was also sitting here thinking, how fun would it be to be able to have some of my students, these younger kids that I could start talking to about this, kind of see some of the stuff going on at these state leadership things. So I'm
And
sending you my stuff.
that's something that in Montana, we brought up middle level chapters that didn't have a chapter yet that wanted to see what it was about. So we invited them to the state conference in Montana just to see what it was about, and they loved it. They thought it was so much fun.
I think that is absolutely a fantastic idea. And that's something that, you know, how excited you were at that age and how impressionable you are. And you go and you see these people doing this fun, fantastic, interactive things. And it just I think that makes sense. I think that's a really good way to get them to be able to see it, you know, with a wider view of the world. What's
How
going on?
far are you from Boise?
Yeah, well, I'm a long ways. I'm at the base of the Tetons, and Boise's on the other. Ooh, I just said it wrong too. Boise's on the other side of the state. So that's a heck of a drive for us.
Now, Sierra,
it'll be worth it.
You might have, or I think the regional I don't know if you're in the same area, but I would assume that you're in the same area as like St. Anthony.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I mean the same region, but their regional might be the 15th of December in Idaho Falls.
Exactly. And I think that those are coming up. I just, I know that we do these really interesting 4+1 is what they call them, projects. And my hobby is scuba diving, and I'm taking a group of kids into Idaho Falls already in December to do a scuba experience in a swimming pool in Idaho Falls. So I don't think they'll let me add this other thing, but I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, all you can do is ask.
It never hurts to ask.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's the one thing that you can do that's a great leadership quality that our podcast listeners can have.
I will always ask. So if anyone, oh, sorry about that, guys. I don't know who I was answering to here. I will, yeah, I'll always ask. I mean, worst case scenario, they say no, and I say, okay, we'll do it later. There's always another chance.
Yeah. If you don't ask, then the answer is always no.
That's exactly
Dun,
right.
dun. Whoa.
The answer is always no if you don't ask. So I'm definitely probably going to be a little pushier than just asking.
I have a question. So we had 2 quotes read to us earlier this podcast. How do we get on our quote? If Kara said when I don't know, Kara just said something really smart. It was like, when you don't ask, it's always no. How do we get our face and name on one of those quotes?
Just start making memes of yourself saying amazing things.
There you go.
Yeah.
TikTok videos, that's where it's at.
Love TikTok. That's getting banned and in Montana, and I'm sad.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what'll happen. Just I'm wondering.
You could just maybe you need to publish your own book.
Or you could have your own
podcast.
Everyone would. Oh my gosh. I watched a Grey's Anatomy episode the other day where it was a podcaster, but he would go on walks and he would just talk about what was on his mind on his walks. And this time he went to a waterfall, and unfortunately he died in surgery. But he talked about a waterfall, and it was the first time he went to this waterfall, and the surgeon was listening to this podcast while he was operating, and it was so amazing. So I kind of want to start like a little makeshift podcast myself and like just talk about whatever comes to mind.
Do
Really
it.
awesome. Yeah.
I have lots of
In other words,
extra
he's
time
going to
in my
cheat on
life.
us.
I'm not going to cheat on you. I'm just going to bring my talent elsewhere.
You could do a YouTube channel and then everybody could see you also.
I don't know. I oh my gosh, when I was younger, I always thought I would do that, and then that never happened. But I don't know, like would it just be me the whole time? Like no one wants to watch a video that's just me. Do I add pictures? Like I don't know.
I don't know, just experiment with it.
Look at how many influencers and stuff out there are just one human. One person.
You're not wrong is the problem.
I'm not wrong.
I watched a girl when I was in middle school. Her name was Bugs or Bunny. I think I'm mixing a few cartoon characters in that. But it was this girl would do reviews of as seen on TV products. Does anyone remember that? I don't remember. It was so good. And this lady she would have so much fun with it. And she made them in her kitchen. And it was like this 1990 table. And it was like a little TV tray. And she did it with her phone that was like 5 megapixels. And it was like, it was so cool. And I'm going to look her up. I don't remember. What do I look up? YouTube as seen on TV.
Bugs.
It was something like Bugs or so. Okay.
Oh my gosh, if you find that, I'm going to laugh.
Reviews. Because it was
now
something...
you're reviewing Bugs.
Oh gosh. It was oh my gosh. Let's look up Bunny.
Oh, no.
Without Bugs. It was, oh my gosh, here it is. Her name is Graveyard Girl. Yes. And like this one is like
I've seen her.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And she was so much fun, and she was like funny. And these videos are like about a little less than 10 minutes. And it is so funny. Oh my god.
Yeah, she's an original. She's an original YouTuber.
This
from
was
the
like
olden days.
2013. Like I was in 3rd grade. Probably shouldn't even
no.
been on YouTube, but I
No.
was.
Definitely not. There is that 13-year-old limit right there,
That
for
was
social media.
that was way before I was. Okay, maybe it wasn't way before, but that was before I was. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I remember this. It's the Wow Cup, and it's like a slushy maker. Oh my gosh! Sorry, that was. Oh my gosh! I am gonna watch a video tonight about her.
There you go. That's your early influencer right there. She probably is the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company at this
I
point.
am
Right.
people. So we did a career unit in one of my classes, and they kept like people wanted to be an influencer, and I'm like, do it. Like, and other teachers were kind of like, that's not really a job. I'm like, have you seen like social media? They make bank, and they
Yep.
do funny videos or they do review videos like this. They do so much stuff, and they're so successful, and it's bringing business and multimedia and video editing and web design into one. And a lot of the times those influencers donate back to communities or organizations. So like, way to go them.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. There's an influencer. She's kind of a different influencer, but she's on Instagram. Her name's Sharon Says So. And she was like she's very politically motivated for sure, but her group of people ended up donating hundreds of thousands of dollars to people in different causes. It's pretty amazing.
Great.
Does anyone remember the Chubby Bunny Challenge or the Cinnamon Challenge?
The
Yes.
cinnamon one was
Oh
dangerous.
my goodness.
The cinnamon one that was not good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Shelby Klinger, if you're listening, I should have done that for a consumer issue because that would have been amazing. And if you're listening to this, email me and you should say in your email that you were actually listening. I mean, I trust you to actually listen, but like, were you close listening, or was this something that you don't actually listen to? But I trust you to actually listen to it.
Oh, that's a little passive aggressive there, isn't
I
it?
don't know, like, if I was you, I would be so busy. I mean, I basically am you, just in a high school setting. And like, I don't have time to listen to a hour podcast. Like, I don't know when you have time to listen to this. So thank you for making time to listen to your
She
amazing.
drives from Pocatello to Idaho Falls a lot, so she could listen to it on her car ride.
That
I
is
bet you
true.
that's
I never
what
thought
she's
about
doing.
that. Shelby, I'm sorry if you're listening. Forget what I said earlier. But let me know if you heard that I should talk about the cinnamon challenge as a consumer issue. That was a big thing.
That was.
Yeah.
See,
That was a
you
bad
would be
thing.
great at a podcast, Taryn, or something like that, because you would just go on these random tangents, and it'd just be great.
And I love that. This is still related to what we're talking about, kind of.
Business. See, he's trying to start his own influencer business. Perfect.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
gosh. One of the kids remember the Snackies cups as seen on TV?
Oh, yeah.
It has like a tumbler, and then it has a little top bowl that you put snacks in. A kid had one of those, and I'm like,
Seriously.
it's vintage. Like, that was like 7 years ago. Like, oh my gosh. So
7 years ago is vintage.
well, I was in like I was maybe middle school 7 years ago. So like, that's like a long time ago for me.
Wow.
But they had Cheez-Its, and I'm like, I want that.
Wasn't
Maybe
a great
Cameron can
idea.
3D print it for you.
Oh, I bet. Is that food, Cameron? Is that food safe?
There are food safe filaments. As far as I know, none of mine are.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not sure about how to go about doing.
Would it be like leak proof? Not leak proof, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Be able to hold water.
yeah.
Yeah, as long as there's no holes in it.
Well,
Um,
you
well,
could be a
yeah,
detective.
You know what, Taryn? You just lost your pencil cup.
Oh, snap.
I was excited for my pencil cup because I can't fit a coffee cup on my new standing desk. I have to like have something skinnier because I still like easy access pens.
You know, yeah, it's food safe as long as the layers adhere to each other well. There wouldn't be any leaks in it.
Well, think about that. That could be a business idea. Rockstar fundraiser for youth.
There we go. You guys are going to see me on Etsy and all that.
Shark Tank.
Nice.
I've heard that Etsy has a lot of fees that they charge. I don't know if that's true or not.
I think they do.
I have no idea.
They do.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Because I one time messaged, I don't know what I bought. I think I bought like a car decal for the back windshield. Oh yeah, that's what I bought. And it says, I hope something good happens to you today with a smiley face. And then it was like, I don't know, $10. And then I messaged the seller and I'm like, hey, would you rather me buy it on Etsy or like a online shop? And she took me directly to her webpage. And I think there's less fees on there. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, I think they charge you per item and per month. And
yeah.
That's
And
probably
it's a business.
that is true. They're the company and they're the corporation and the sellers are I don't know. You know what I mean. They're under each other. So that would make sense when they have fees because they have to make money too.
Yep.
You honestly could make a business if you wanted to quit your I don't know how much you make at your job, but you could I don't know how much you could make 3D printing things.
maybe it could just be a side hustle.
Yeah, maybe don't quit your job just yet. Maybe keep it as a side hustle. I have a friend in Idaho Falls. What does he do? I don't know.
Does he work with the aliens as well?
No, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't remember.
Something about 3D printing or starting an own business?
No, it's not you.
Well, that's what you were talking about before when you went into that.
Huh. I have a friend in Buford, Belfry, Brockton,
Nope.
Cowbell.
It's an Idaho town.
Where do you live, Kara?
I live in Mud Lake.
I have a friend in Mud
which is-
Lake. I was close with.
Yeah. The
That
most
man.
romantic sounding city of all in Idaho.
I have a friend in Idaho Falls. I have a friend in Twin Falls. And I have a friend in Driggs.
Yes.
Nice.
And I have 2 cats.
But do you have a
I
llama?
have 2 cats too.
Do you have a llama?
I do have a llama. His name is
What?
Barack.
Does it spit?
Why did I not
Barack.
know this until now?
Barack Llama.
Oh no.
You didn't know about my llama?
No,
I
you've
swear.
never
No, I
said
don't think you've
that.
ever said anything.
I swear I showed him 2 podcasts ago. I was out feeding with my son, trying to feed the llama.
Oh, I
and
think you did.
But I
I
didn't know his
remember it.
name.
You
Oh,
know.
I don't
well.
think you said his name.
I call him Tina, but my husband calls him Barack.
Oh, wait a minute, Tina from
Come
Napoleon
get your dinner.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
I think maybe if Barack Obama is going to be in there, he maybe needs to be wearing a tie. I think we
Yes.
could all be some kind of a mascot here.
Oh, I have a
That'd
good
be a
segue.
great guest appearance.
Oh,
Is
I think
anyone else
that's
singing the llama song?
fantastic.
What's the llama song?
Happy llama, sad llama, mentally disturbed llama, super llama, drama llama, big fat mama.
I've never
That-
heard of that.
That is my
How
llama's
have you
theme
never
song.
heard of that?
I never have. I don't. I
Wow,
socialize with
great.
high school kids because that's my job. I don't have like a real life outside of that.
And
Oh
how do you
my
not
gosh.
know that through them?
They've never expressed interest in that. Maybe I'll ask them tomorrow.
There's even hand gestures for it.
Here.
Well,
We
we
can't
all
see
know
him.
I'm going to need to look this up because this might be my new bell ringer tomorrow morning. I have a
Exactly.
new song for you guys. Get up.
Get up and dance. My kids love to dance. Like they're so like they're just I don't know. They just are like my kids are amazing and they like love just to be fun and that makes me happy.
That's awesome. Have you got that 30-second dance party button off of Amazon?
No, I didn't know they had a 30-second dance party.
It's hilarious because whoever pushes it, then you have to dance for 30 seconds. The minute the music's off, it's over. It's probably my favorite thing.
I'm
That's
going to get one of
awesome.
those.
You need one. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna be
official.
that teacher. I'm gonna have like a whole sound system in my room so we can just listen to music and dance and goof off, and it's gonna be great.
They're gonna love you.
They are gonna
It's
love
gonna
you.
be amazing.
We
I
Brady
love
and I
music,
want to
so
team
it's
teach.
I think
we
that
would
they
get nothing
usually
done though.
you will. I think they're a little surprised because I like heavy metal and they'll come in and they, I'm a grandma and they walk in and they're usually pretty surprised in the morning. They're something like Metallica will be playing and they're kind of shocked. I love
You're
it.
like the
Nice.
mom from
Oh,
Monsters
I love that.
University.
You gotta
Yeah.
listen to it.
Oh, so great. Yeah, I plan on it between every class and like during class just listening to music. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready for my Kara part.
Kara parts.
Sorry, I've just been sitting here going, okay, I really want to tell everybody because I'm so excited. I just want to talk about state leadership convention. Is that okay?
Yes.
Of course.
Go for it.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, if you've ever been, it's a good time. We are doing it at a different time this year. It's going to be February 12th through 14th. So that's going to be kind of unusual, but think about it. Valentine's Day is our last day. So it'll be at the Boise Center on the Grove, which is a fantastic place to hang out. We went and toured it for winter planning 2 weeks ago. That was really fun. We'll have competitive events, socializing, fun activities, service projects. The theme this year is the courage to continue. It's kind of a hiking metaphor, I guess you could say. We've already had a pin design contest, and it was won by Maddie Kidd, who is an amazing, what do I want to say, designer. She goes to Skyline High School. She's a senior. I met her at Basic in Pocatello a little while ago. So anyway, it's going to be a really fun time. Not everything is nailed down yet, but we do have a tentative schedule. And it's going to be really great. And I'm really looking forward to it this year. Also, we have a Region 7 regional competition on December 5th at ISU. And then I think it's Region 9 is going to be December 15th at Eastern Idaho, or College of Eastern Idaho, excuse me. I think that's all I need to tell you. Do you have any questions?
So that's the one December 15th is at that College of Eastern Idaho in Idaho Falls on it's on HIT?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I was just there today at Walmart. Yeah, so that was fun. I was able to go last year and do some judging on their podcasts. That was really fun. I fancy myself a podcast expert now since I've been doing this podcast with y'all for a while. Anyway,
Kara,
so
is there
Sierra,
anything you can tell us about the activities we'll be doing? Like what kind of activities will be there?
like the Tuesday night activity, it was the Friday night activity before, but now it's Tuesday night with this new schedule. Last year we just had a bunch of really fun games come in. We were playing bingo. I know the four of us got our caricatures drawn. That was really fun. And we're going to do something similar to that, but we're trying to get it kind of off-site. So we're going to go to a place that's more like an arcade. And I think this is the tentative plan anyway. we might just have to go back and do what we did last year, which actually worked pretty well. We're kind of trying to rotate through. Maybe in a couple of years, we'll go back to the Steelheads hockey game. We went to see the Steelheads during winter planning, and that was really super. That was my first hockey game, I think. So we're going to be doing more of kind of a like arcade game night. I think we might have some movies playing. We're not quite sure what exactly is going to happen, but it's going to be fun. Unless you're me, then you're going to be an old lady and go back to your hotel room. Just kidding. I'll hang around. I'll stay. I'll have fun. I'll be knitting in the corner. That's what I'll be doing.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with staying by yourself in your room in your pajamas.
No. I love that. That's one of my favorite things in the world.
I just love that we now have Kara that's like the inside scoop on all of this stuff. So now we get to know like firsthand. It's perfect. I love that Kara's our person for that now.
Oh, thank you. And I want to help. I would really like to write for the newsletter. So I'll get in touch with the lady that does the newsletter. I can't even think of her name right now, but yes. So I would like to have like, ooh, I could have Kara's Corner. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have Kara's Corner, and I'll have like the little insider tips.
Yeah, the inside scoop. Oh my
inside
gosh.
scoop.
Yes.
With an
Inside
ice cream cone.
Yes.
I don't know
could
if
be-
I'm going to be at the state leadership conference, but it sounds like it's going to be a fun time. I hope I can
It is
make
going
it.
to be fun. You came last year, right? Because you were in our
I
caricature
know.
picture.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It is an exciting time. It was out of my comfort zone, but it was fun. So that's all I got to say
That's
about
good
that.
sometimes. I want to show this to Cameron.
Everybody needs to at least go once in their lifetime because it's definitely an awesome experience.
Those were the times during state conferences or regional conferences that I loved it. That made me happy. I took my FCCLA students a few weeks ago to an FCCLA district convention, and they had so much fun, and I had so much fun watching them. That was my first time on the advisor side, but knowing that you have someplace to go and someplace to belong is so important. And those state conferences and regional conferences make you so much more, how do I say this? So much more valued as a leader. And just, I would strongly suggest to anyone to go to a conference, go out of your comfort zone like Braden. Braden has a really small comfort zone because he doesn't like people. And Braden just really went out of his way and made the world a better place by going. So you should too. It's like Uncle Sam, we want you to join. What are they doing? We want you to join what? The U.S. military? Was that it?
Oh, we want you for the Army, but we want you for BPA. We want you to be at state leadership convention.
Can we use Uncle Sam, or is that like trademark?
That's it. We should replace Uncle Sam with Kara and just say for BPA.
Yeah, my name's Grandma Kara instead of Uncle Sam. Grandma Kara for BPA.
Oh my gosh, Sierra, do you be real?
Not on purpose. I've be real once when the kids handed me the phone and said, "Would you take a picture of us?" And I am much more astute about that now. And no, I don't be real.
You need to. It is so much fun. It's my favorite social media app right now.
They think it's hilarious. And I would say that 2 or 3 groups of kids sneak into my room every day and say, "Would you take a picture of me?" No, I'm not going to be your be real.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I love it. It's just so much fun. The teachers down the hall, we do it all together all the time on mine, and it just makes me so happy.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, the kids like it. And they're not supposed to have their phones out, so I'm not sure what's going on. We have a no phone deal at our school from 8:30 to our 8:15 to 3:15. No phones at all.
Ours is teacher discretion, but I think next semester I'm going to start saying no, because now recently we just got one-to-one Chromebooks, but we're doing something that you get them first period and then you have to return them to your first period, 8th period. So it's
That's
interesting. And this is the first trial week. So there's still some bumps in logistics because some kids don't have a first period. Some students leave early. So what do we do with that? But we're figuring those out as we go. There's ironing out for everything that you do in a school or life. Where was I going with that? But I think now that I have Chromebooks, I think definitely I'll say no phones. And I think just like kind of a educational philosophy or just a life motto, I, as an educator, cannot compete with cell phones. I can't compete with other influences like maybe some negative drugs or some negative alcohol. I can't compete with those things. And phones are a losing battle.
yeah.
But I'm torn because I'm a CTE teacher. I need to prepare students for the workforce. So if they don't know how to responsibly use their phone in my class, they're going to maybe not be so successful in the real world. So that's where I'm torn is, do I not allow phones? Do I allow phones at certain times? That is just something that you experience and you have to figure out as you go. Like I knew that if I made the not wrong decision, but if I said no phones at all, would I be preparing students for the real world? So that's just a little tidbit reflection question.
For sure. We're teaching in such a different world than what we ourselves grew up in, and especially someone my age. I will say that I was at this school. I did some observations at this school when they still had phones, and I was there the day that they banned them for a reason. And I have seen in the last year and a half, um, the common area go from kids sitting next to each other, not looking at each other, playing on their phones, and being inside, regardless of how nice it was outside, to people communicating again face to face and playing ping pong. And our chess tournaments that these kids get into, they're so into this. It's like this little renaissance we have of kids remembering what it's like to be a kid and to be a human being and to connect with that way. And I deal with this on a day-to-day basis because I'm a business ed major. I teach computer science, but I also like to teach them that there needs to be some healthy limits there, that we need to remember that your friend sitting next to you is more important than whatever just binged on your phone. That
Yeah,
human interface is so important.
for sure. I think it's definitely hard to just be like no phones because like people are just like if you tell them not to do something they want to do it. So it's kind of
Mm.
hard to just be like no phones in my class because then they'll try to sneak a phone and be doing stuff on their phone. So it's hard to do that. But as teachers, like we have to instill like it's your responsibility to know when to not be on your phone. So it's like you need to learn to not be on your phone because this is your job and like you can't do this in like your career or whatever. So it's definitely something that's hard. And I've talked to many teachers that have been like we don't know where we're going. Like do sometimes we say no phones, sometimes we allow phones because it's something that is definitely hard with the ever-changing world that we live in.
Absolutely. And technology changes on a dime. Changes
And
so
Yes.
fast now.
exactly. And we, as a school, we're new. We opened in 2020. This is my first year teaching, but our handbook says teacher discretion. So that was for a variety of reasons, just because we are emerging as a school. We want to find our place and what we want to mark as our rule, and they didn't want to prematurely make that mark. So I'm thinking this next semester, starting in January, I'm going to say no phones at all. And I'm hoping that it will work out. But I think now I have my feet under me. I know what I'm doing. So I think that will be easier to enforce. But I really struggled at the start of this year because I didn't know student names. So I would say, hey, you put your phone away. And then I'm like, I don't know your name. And the name is one of the most important things about you. So that was really hard for me. And I'm not good with names anyway in life, but I definitely now know my students, and I know that I I can say that now. You know what I mean? It's a first year teacher, just life lesson. I don't know.
Well, like you're still learning as a teacher, so it's kind of you have to try out different things and see what works best for you. Like that's like all new teachers like go through that, and even like some veteran teachers that are all the way down the road, they still experience that. So it's just something that you just kind of have to go with whatever feels right at that time.
That is really true. And it was difficult because I didn't really know any of the other teachers when I first started. So I'm like, do I ask them? I don't know them, but I don't, and I realistically I should have just asked, but I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like what I love about teaching is everyone's style of classroom management, everyone's style of leadership is different. And I love that because it brings personality to the classroom. And I love seeing the our kids are awesome, and the respect that they give teachers and other students is just so, it's just uplifting. So I really just love the aspect of everyone's different and everyone has their own policies and their own way of handling things. So yeah,
Yeah.
leadership is human.
Yes.
I
I was
think
actually
someday.
talking to.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, go Kara.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think when I grow up and I'm a teacher, I'm going to say, if you see me on my phone, you can be on your phone. If my phone's put away, then you need to have yours put away too.
Yeah.
We'll see how
When
that
I
works
talked
out.
to, I interviewed a teacher yesterday. She's a high school business teacher, hopefully the one I'm going to be doing my student teaching with. And she was talking about how, like, when she started teaching, how, like, everything was, like, on typewriters and stuff. And now she's doing, like, everything on computers and phones and everything. And she believes that, like, it'll just continue going because AI is a thing now. So like we're gonna have to start integrating AI into teaching and everything. So it's crazy to see how much things have changed and how they're still changing.
Oh, for sure. I'm already doing a lot of stuff with AI. It's pretty interesting. I actually had a Chat GPT write me a lesson for my kids on AI.
Ooh, neat.
I was kind of fun. And I talked to I went through it first and took out a few things I didn't want to talk about and gave them the lesson. Then I asked the kids who they thought probably wrote that letter or that lesson. And it was pretty funny. They all thought it was me. And I said, no, actually, AI wrote this lesson.
I'm amazed because my philosophy of life is if we don't embrace it, it's going to embrace us. If we don't utilize AI, if we don't utilize technology, it's going to come and bite us in the butt. You know what I mean? So I have used AI to write me questions for a video. And of course, I change them. I don't use them straight from there. But I really like AI for the differentiation aspect. So I tell ChatGPT, make me video questions. But then I say, can you differentiate this for maybe some special education or 504 students that need some extra structure? So break down the questions into multiple parts. And I
Cool.
just love, it's just inspiring to me. And I know it's a computer website that just does it for me, but that just is so cool to me. And I know there's a lot of worry in the world about the rise of AI, but my philosophy is, and I'm only 19, I don't know everything in the world. If we don't use it, it's going to use us. So that's my life lesson for the day.
I think it's
This
good that
is
we're aware of what it
simple.
can do.
Yeah.
We have to be, yes, we have to know what it does. We have to know its limitations. It's changing every day. There's people writing code for things every single day for AI, I assume. And we actually had a staff meeting, like this was at the very beginning of the year, and we said, why is AI a danger to education? And there were some people that kept saying, well, it can have students write a paper. Yes, students can write a paper on it. Is it going to be a quality paper? Maybe, maybe not. It probably won't be. It probably won't be research-based if it's a research paper. But I really said that we need to let students utilize these tools, and they can't use AI because they're not 18 yet and they're still in the school system and it's legal things. But we need to show them that this is what we can do with it. In English classes, how can we utilize AI to support the understanding? Can we have it write in a short outline or the basic concepts or help us with a thesis statement? There are so many things that it can do.
I heard this thing on the radio the other day. The CEO of the ChatGPT company is saying in the near future, this AI is going to become sophisticated that it can very effectively persuade people into doing things. Like he said, it have superhuman abilities, which persuasion isn't necessarily superhuman, but just the fact that a computer can essentially think the way that a human does to be able to persuade them to do something. It's amazing. But all the people that are all scared of, oh, it's going to take over and everything, my deal is it depends on how much you rely on it. If you rely on it constantly to do everything for you, then yeah, there's probably going to be a problem in the future. But if you don't allow it to be in such a strong position, then it's not going to be a problem.
I completely agree with that because that's with everything. It's just how you use everything. Like we have a lot of technology now that we can use. Like how do you use it? How does it affect what you do?
Keep it in moderation, people.
For
I was,
sure.
I was thinking the other day, what was I thinking? Lost my train of thought. What was Cameron saying? Superhuman
Superhuman
persuasion.
ability. Um, AI can, in the near future, is predicted to be able to effectively persuade people. And then I was also talking about if you don't let it control your entire life, then it won't be a problem if you do everything for you.
Oh, Rita Pearson. Rita Pearson is the famous TED Talker that said, oh God, I'm blanking. Every child needs a champion. That's what she said. And there is no power stronger than human connection. That's, I think, okay, might be paraphrasing that, but she said something about human connection and you can't learn from people you don't like. I don't believe ever that education will be fully taken over by AI. There is no substitute for human connection. There's no substitute for the relationships. Every single day when students leave my classroom, they get a high five. They can say pass, like, it doesn't matter to me. I fully support your decision and we need consent to high five each other. And I support that. But there's no substitute for that. So I don't know. I'm passionate about that. I really care so much about what I do. And I never believe, yeah, it'll change the way I teach a little bit if it gets even more strong. Nope, even stronger. But I don't know. That's just a thought. It'll never change the basics, the fundamentals of education.
I can definitely agree with that. That's a bigger thing why education was taken in the hands of the government and school was made a thing rather than your parents teaching you what you need to know, because school does more than just education. It's our biggest form of socialization for our entire life. We learn how to interact with everyone because we go to school and interact with people from different backgrounds and whatnot. So yeah, I would definitely agree with you that it would never. There might be changes to how it goes about, but fundamentally, it'll still be the same.
Wow. I think that's a very inspiring note to leave off on. What do you think?
Can I give you a quote that you just made me think of?
Of course.
So
Is
it
a quote
was
from
in the
you?
interview that I had of this teacher. So her philosophical statement is, kids do not care how much I know until they know how much I care.
Wow, I
And I think
feel
that's
inspired. Way to go,
and
teacher.
she's a great teacher, and I left with that and I was just like, holy cow, like, because teachers do, like there's some bad teachers, but all teachers care to a certain extent, and you don't know how much your teachers care about you, because they're trying to teach you so many things. They're trying to be a certain person for you, and they're trying to do so many things for you, and they care so much that like you don't necessarily recognize that until you like know all of the things about them and everything. So it's crazy to see what teachers are for some students. And yeah.
I could not imagine working a day, like a weekday, that I didn't work with kids. I love my kids. If anything happened to them, I would be very sad. I would really struggle, and definitely knowing that they have a positive influence every day, and not everyone likes me. I know that. Like I don't care. But knowing that I am a rock star, important person in someone's life means a lot.
Yes. You will always need teachers and educators, no matter what. You always need someone.
Wow. That was good.
So, so this is basically the theme of the podcast for VPA SLC, or for this year for the podcast competition. AI and Gen X or whatever. Or not Gen X, I'm Gen X. Gen Z?
I'm Gen Z.
Okay, I'm Gen
I am
X.
Is it Gen Alpha?
I don't know.
And
No, it's definitely
Alpha's
Gen
after
Z.
Z.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
pitching in what I am. That's just embarrassing.
We love
You're
the
probably an
diversity, Sierra. We really we love the diversity.
Sure. Oh my heck.
You guys, this was really fun. I
This
love
It
us.
was.
Does
Good talk.
Cameron have something for us?
Yes.
I was just going to
Cameron.
ask, can I spoil the moment with a dad joke?
Please.
Sure.
You won't spoil it.
How did Harry Potter get down the hill?
I've never seen Harry Potter.
Expecto roll down the hill-yo. I don't know.
No. He was walking. JK rolling.
Ah,
Oh.
That
Nice.
was
I like that.
Okay.
good.
You
Yes.
are welcome.
Ha.
Nice.
Well, until next time. Now we have to say, where's my tie on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Where's my
Where's
tie?
Where's my tie?
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.